What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is season number 9 with the East German Challenge. I'm trying to get Dynamo Dresden to win the Bundesliga. And it's not been going too well. We had a bit of a drop-off last season. Well, I say a bit of a drop-off. We ended up 41 points, I think it was, behind Bayern Munich. So we're definitely stagnating in the mid-table area and we need to make improvements. So let's go and have a look and see what we've done. Financially wise, we did only have 15 million in the transfer budget. I've got 4.5 million in there still, but transfer wise we have made a few, none before the tick over and no sales before the tick over point, the save point, but I did make 24 million in sales, which allowed me to go and spend a bit of money. So starting from the top, Fabio Chiarodia has gone to Saudi Arabia at Al Ittihad for 22.5 million, which I thought was an absolute belting deal, considering I bought him from 8.25 and he's gone, well, it goes up to 22.5 million, but nearly 20 million to start off with. Doubled my money. That is a great bit of business for a 3-star player. He's a very, very good centre-back, actually. He did reasonably well for us in the 2 seasons, but for that sort of money, and we needed the money, well, there we have it. Stanko Slipčević has gone to Sao Paulo for 5 million. I was a little bit disappointed to let him go, but he needed the game time. I couldn't really squeeze him in. And then Kenny Yorsh went to Hoffenheim for 500,000 and then just one loan. But the players that I brought in. So starting with the lowest, Stanislas Dibodi is a regen central midfielder, Ivorian from Paris Saint-Germain. He was up for loan, but I thought I'd bring him in. He was cheap at the end of the day. I mean, 2.5 million was an absolute steal. And he's got 4-star ability, or potential ability. He's 2-star already. I think if this guy can accelerate through his development, I think he could turn into a really, really good player. Then one of the staples, or the staple wonder kids of FM24, Asan Wadrego from Leipzig for 9 million. I know I've spent a lot more money on this lad before, but for 9 million as a box-to-box midfielder slash attacking midfielder, he is excellent. And he started off really well already. 4 games and 3 goals. That's not bad at all. So yeah, he's gone straight into the starting lineup, and what more could be said about him? He's one of the most well-known wonder kids on the game. And then lastly, obviously I needed to bring in a Chiarodia replacement. And as I alluded to in the previous episode, Freiburg actually are sitting in the second Bundesliga, or the dry Bundesliga. And Bietchiabu was up on the transfer list, and I thought, you know what, I couldn't find, and again, something I mentioned in the last episode, I'm struggling to find really good centre-backs and really good wing-backs to replace the players, well, not replace them, but to improve the players that I've got in the squad. And this was the best option I could find as a left-footed centre-back. But he goes straight into the team. He's performed really well so far, 4 games with a 7.2 average rating. I can't really complain at that. So that's the transfers that have been brought in. But there has also been another bit of movement, and that is the actual club moving. Because, as I said in the last episode, we were only a couple of weeks away from moving to our new stadium. And we have moved to our new stadium, the Ralph Minge Park. I mean, I don't know who named this, but the Ralph Minge, or, I mean, in German, is it going to be... It's obviously not going to be... It's obviously not going to be pronounced Minge. What? It's probably Ralph Minge. But that doesn't sound any better either, especially in English. So let's all have a good laugh about the stadium name. It's either the Minge Park, or the Ralph Minge Park, or the Ralph Minge Park. You guys decide. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which way I should be pronouncing this, because I ain't got a clue. But I said as well, I thought the stadium was going to be about 35,000. It's not. It's almost 45,000. So our income is going to increase dramatically. We are on the 6th of September, so we have had, if we have a look at the income, some match day income, gate receipts, blah, blah, blah. This season so far, 2 million in just match day gate receipts. In fact, over 2 million, nearly 2.5 million. So that has made our finances look a little bit better, and hopefully by the end of the season I'll get a little bit more transfer budget. That's what I'm hoping for. If we have a look at the team now, I've put Wadrego in. I want him to get as much game time as possible this season to hopefully improve him. Where that leaves Desiree Doué, I don't know. Maybe he'll slot into one of these points or here. I'm not putting anybody else in, but it will be shared around. Competitions wise, obviously no Europe. We've just got the Bundesliga and the Pokal again. So, let's go and roll the highlights and our first season in the Ralph Minge Park. Let's go and see what happens, shall we? I'll see you guys in a few seconds. It's season number 9 and our luck in the DFB Pokal is just the same. After beating Neustrelitz 7-0, it was a second round knockout yet again to Hoffenheim to dash our hopes of silverware again for this season. With that exit and no Europe on the horizon, sole focus was on the league. And we did start well, not losing until October. Despite that 1-0 loss to Dortmund, it didn't get that much better for us. After New Year, our decent form continued, beating Frankfurt 4-0, even beating Leipzig 5-3, and a shock result against Bayern Munich where we beat them 2-1, put us close to Europe, but we almost threw it away. But an 85th minute single goal from Desiree Doué versus Leverkusen helped us finish 6th in the league and secure Europa League football for next season. Well, I would say that is probably a reasonably successful season. We closed the gap a little bit and yeah, it's not too bad. Let's go and have a look at the league table. So the league table, we finished 6th. We have Europa League football for next season, which is even better. I'm well stoked with that, so it means we're bringing more money back into the club. Finished on 59 points when you consider last season we finished on 46, so that's a 13-point improvement. And also a closing of, what's that, 11, what, 18 points, 17, 18 points? That's a lot better than 40 points. Although it was a little bit tighter between Bayern Munich and Dortmund this season. Bayern Munich actually lost a few more games. But either or, it doesn't really matter. We have made an improvement, which I'm actually really, really happy with. The Pokal, less said about that the better. I'm very disappointed in that. But if we have a look at the squad performances wise, overall, average ratings, a lot better. A hell of a lot better. Just less goals, and I don't understand why. Roosvink, top scorer, 14 and 8, and then Daubner, 13 and 3, 12 and 3 from Santiago, 7 and 9 with a 7.1 average rating from Wadrego on his first season is really, really good. I'm very happy with that. Bondarenko, 16 games or 16 starts, 5 goals, 4 assists. What happened to him? Because he had a really, really good season. Did he get injured? Broken wrist in January, out for 6 weeks, and then a couple of ankle ligament injuries. Pulled knee. He's had a lot of injuries this season. That's really hampered him. That has really, really hampered him, unfortunately. That's not good. Bitshabu had he stayed consistent all the way through the season. Very, very happy with that signing. 10 assists from Desiree Doué, only 1 goal, but I'm willing to bet that the game probably played him, as a deep line playmaker. So he's not going to be as attacking, he's just going to be more creative. But he's got the vision for it, so I'm actually quite happy. And he's wanted. Saudi want him. Well, since I got him on a free transfer, and I can get plenty of other decent midfielders, I may cash in on that. We'll have a look at the finances in a second. And yeah, just good performances overall. We're making steady progress. Going into season 10, now I'll be looking to push for Champions League spots. That's what I'm looking at. Finances, I said, well, we've got 8 million in the bank there, 22.5 million budget. 34 million left on the remaining debt, so that's not so good, but hopefully with a couple of seasons European football will do alright. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm confident in season number 10 that we will get something done. Well, there we have it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that little bell icon, and join me for the next video as we roll into season number 10 to see if we can actually break into that Champions League group and bring in some real money into the club and hopefully make a big, big push for the league within the next few seasons. Join me for the next episode. I'll see you guys later. Ta-ra.